lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing with you guys my must-haves and essentials for 9 to 12 month old babies. My daughter is over 10 months now and she is the youngest of 4 children. So I think going through the years and buying way too many things and being gifted way too many things, I think I know what my babies have needed anyways during certain periods. If you guys are pregnant or have a younger baby, I do have newborn must-haves video out there. I have a 3 to 6 month must-haves as well as a 6 to 9 month one as well. So you guys can go and check those out. I will have them linked down below if you guys are interested. I'm also super excited because in April or May, I'm going to be doing my top 10 must-haves, essentials, my ride or dies, things that I needed for my little ones from the ages of 0 months to 12 months. So those top essentials, if you're wondering for a baby shower gift, or if you're on a really strict budget, or you're just trying to be a little bit more mindful and minimal, those things have definitely been my saviors for the first year. The 9 to 12 month mark is a huge milestone. A lot of babies start cruising or crawling or walking around even. So there's just so many things in these categories. There's also things to entertain your little ones and keep them busy throughout the day as they are spending more time awake than asleep. There's also some health and safety items too, because health and safety of your little ones is definitely super important, especially as they become a little bit more mobile. I also have some sleep things that have helped my daughter sleep 12 hours through the night and 2 really solid naps throughout the day as well. Without further ado, let's dive in. As your baby is about this age, they're typically eating about 3 meals a day. They're still drinking breast milk or formula, whether it's in a cup, a bottle, or from the breast directly. Since I am still breastfeeding my daughter and I'm not pumping that much except for if I have to be out of the house for an extended period of time, she does not take bottles, and my doctor did recommend that she doesn't drink too much water because that's kind of empty calories, and my breast milk is full of water anyways. But I did start introducing a little cup to her. She hasn't taken it very well because, like I said, she's not taking bottles or anything. So for her, something like this is completely unusual, but I did think it would be really important to just try and encourage her having a little bit of water, a few sips, or even if I put my breast milk in here, at least she's getting the hang of drinking from something that's not the breast. I also have this one, which I used for my toddler. He's 2.5 now. He used to use this and started at about 10 months and really liked it. I love the idea that it's like drinking out of a regular cup. You just put your lips to it and then sip from the side, and as you suction on the side, the water comes out, but then there is no mess. So there's definitely so many different things that you can use for babies at this age. Definitely do a trial and error, see what works for you, but I really love this one. And this one here is more of like for smaller babies, maybe 6 months old. But since my daughter, like I said, is not taking bottles and we haven't really introduced this to her a little bit earlier, she is using these now. So my next essential is to have somewhere safe and comfortable for your little one to enjoy their meals, whether it's a high chair, a hook-on high chair, a booster seat, anything that has ties that will help them sit in the seat without falling out or getting hurt. Anything that they're sitting really upright so that they can eat is ideal. There is so many different options on the market. You can get some as low as $20 and some as high as $400. Definitely go with what's in your budget. You don't have to get the most expensive one. I got the Ingenuity one for my toddler, and I'm using it for my daughter too. It acts as a booster. It also acts as just like a little restaurant high chair too, and then you can also use it as a regular high chair. It has a recline, but I definitely don't encourage that because for choking hazards, especially since we were doing baby lead weaning from 6 months old, I wanted to make sure that she was really well sit up so that she wasn't choking on anything. And my actual favorite high chair has always been the Kiko hook-on high chair. I talk about this all the time. You guys probably see my little ones use it all the time. I just love that they're sitting up at the table with us. It's only one surface to clean. We don't have to clean the high chair, under the high chair, under the table, and the table as well. I don't think I'm lazy. I just think as a mom of multiple kids, we just already have so many things to clean up. So if I have one less thing to do on my chore list, then that's definitely amazing. I also think it's super engaging for your little ones once they're sitting up unassisted to be up at the table with you guys, but still being safe. And then following along with that, having a busy life with having all the other ones, being out of the house a lot, or even just being able to sit her down for a few minutes and enjoy a snack while I'm doing my hair or my makeup is super important. So I just got these organic little puffs. She's been using these, they say 12 months and up, but there's no ingredients in here that would be hazardous for her. One is broccoli and spinach, they're whole grain puffs, and the other one is apple and strawberry. And I just really like them because it helps with her fine motor skills. It definitely helps with that little pincer grip. It keeps her entertained, and it's also kind of fun for her to try the different textures and flavors. I also really love these Apple Snacks natural apple pouches, and I think the only ingredients in here is apple. So apple and water. So that is also really, really good. I use these for my toddler. He still eats them, and they're just super fun. And at her age, she's able to eat through this by herself, which is wonderful. I also, we don't have the organic Happy Baby where we are, but I was traveling a couple weeks ago with my family, and I got these, and she loves them. She really, really does enjoy them a lot. This is just the banana and pumpkin one. And then she also has these little organic cereal bars too. Again, it says 12 months and up, but there's nothing in here. There's no honey or anything that could be hazardous for her. So she loves these ones too. I love giving her these opposed to giving her like a Nutri-Grain bar or something like that, because that is just filled with a ton of preservatives and sugar. And this one definitely has a lot less. The last thing in the feeding category, and I talked about this last time, I also have them linked down below. Oh my goodness, they are amazing. Why couldn't I figure this out well before? Are these little bibs. Now there's a ton of brands online, on Amazon, anywhere. These are amazing. They do not come off, so they hook on really well. So as your baby gets older and wants to pull their bib off, that won't happen. It does not come off. All the food drops right into this little slot, so we're wasting less food, especially with baby-led weaning. If the food's following in here, we can just take it out, put it back on her tray, and she'll eat it that way. It has also helped us prevent so much staining and grossness on their clothes, so we're not changing them as often during the day. And we're saving on water and laundry detergent, as well as keeping their clothes really nice and neat. So like I said, I have these linked down below. Everything throughout this video, if I can link it down below, it will definitely be there. I always try and do that for you guys. Sometimes I'm watching videos, I'm like, oh, I just wish I knew the brand or where I could find it. So everything will be down there. Like I said, as your little one is moving around and being more upright and maybe standing up and cruising, it's super nice to have some activities and toys geared towards that age. Like I said, I did not have to go out and buy a ton of stuff because my toddler is only 2.5, so we preserved a lot of his stuff too. But this activity cube is amazing. They can stand and play at it. They can also sit down. There's so many bright colors and buttons and music. It is also 4-sided, so there's different activities on every side. That helps with developing and reaching all of their milestones, and it also really helps them stay entertained with one toy opposed to having 3 million toys. If you guys have been following me, you know that I've been trying to downsize the clutter and the amount of stuff that I have in my house since January. It's coming along really well. Toys is something that I struggle with, especially having 4 kids, them all being at different ages and having different interests. It's been really, really hard to downsize all of their toys, but I think I've done a fair job at keeping their toys a little bit more minimal, at least more minimal than other people I know or other people that I've seen online. Other toys that I love are just some really nice handheld toys. You can also do walkers for little ones that age, like the stand-up pushy walkers. My daughter is not yet walking and she's not standing unassisted yet. So I know that she's not ready for that, but I know that my older 2 were at that age. So I want to throw it out there, just something like that that will keep them busy, keep them upright, definitely develop their, and help them reach their next milestone of walking or running or climbing stairs or whatever that might be. It's super important to keep your little ones safe while they're taking a bath or learning to walk or crawl. So you want to make sure that your babies are staying away from stairs, and if there is stairs, that the doors are locked on it, or that you have a really good top of the stairs baby gate. That way you can keep your little one from potentially falling down the stairs and causing like a complete catastrophe. The next thing is this bath seat. I have loved this bath seat since she started outgrowing her baby bathtub. The reason being is when they normally outgrow their little bathtub, like they're getting too chunky or they're not covered in enough water, getting too cold, especially in our climate. It was winter time and she was chilly. I got this seat on Amazon. It is amazing. I love the fact that it also suctions to 3 sides of your bathtub for extra safety. This way it's not floating around, your baby's not falling over. So it's keeping them really safe. I know bath rings had a pretty bad rap at one point, but this summer infant one is just amazing. Even at 10 months old, she could sit up unassisted. There's no issue with that. She's even getting onto her knees to like pull herself up. Keeping her safe in the tub is our priority. Even though we're always there, accidents happen in a blink of an eye. She shares the bath with her brother oftentimes, and he's not in a bath seat, obviously. He's 2.5. But accidents happen just way too quickly, and I love the fact that this keeps her in the water upright. It also keeps her pretty cozy and safe too. At 9 to 12 months old, most babies have teeth, so brushing their teeth is also super important. This Burt's Bees one is my toddler's toothpaste. I just couldn't find hers. We're using the 0 to 2 Tom's toothpaste for her, and I think it's downstairs. And then a toothbrush as well. So you want to do a really soft bristle toothbrush, or do something that you can put on your finger and just brush their teeth. I got these, I actually ordered them on Amazon and I put them in her Christmas stocking. I think there was like 4 in a pack for $7, so fairly inexpensive. They are tiny, they're made of bamboo, so all of recyclable materials. I really love, they all have a fun different color, so if her and my toddler are sharing it, then he would have like 2 of his colors, and then she can also have 2 of hers as well. Since she is still breastfed, she's not taking formula, she eats a ton of food and a lot of healthy food, but even the average adult has a vitamin D deficiency. Ooh, let's try that again. Even the average adult has a vitamin D deficiency. So we are still using these D drops every day. I know that if you're doing formula, that is fortified with vitamin D, but we have just been doing this since she was born, and it has been working for us. The last category, I don't have a ton to talk about, but I will dive into it real quick because it's a super important part of your little one's life, and that is sleeping. So number 1 is to have a really good crib. Oftentimes, I don't know if you can see it here on the corner, oftentimes by this point you have brought the mattress way down so that if they are learning to stand on their own or they are standing, there is no way they're gonna fall out of their crib. We actually put my toddler's crib in here because I just liked it better than her crib, and then I gave away her crib to someone who needed one now that my toddler is no longer in a crib. So starting off with the crib, the next thing that I have been using since day one, I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about these before, and these are just sleep sacks. So she started off being swaddled when she was very tiny, but when they start rolling over, you don't want to be swaddling them anymore because there is a risk that they won't be able to roll back over, and then there's suffocation risk and all of that. Our climate gets really, really cold in the winter time, so you want to make sure that they have something that is pretty thick. So I think this is a 2.5 grade Tog. It's the Lolly Living brand, but my favorite brand is the Grow Bag brand. We actually have 4 of these thicker ones for the winter time. Right now she's in a 6 to 18 because you also don't want it being too tight at the bottom at their feet. You want them to be able to roll around freely, and if your baby's learning to stand, they can stand in these as long as they have a lot of room. The next thing on my sleeping must-haves list is the Dome sound machine. I have been using this since I had my toddler a couple years ago. We have really been enjoying it. I love that it's so simple and basic. It's just an on and off button, and it just works really well. A lot of people caution away from sound machines because they say it adds like a sleep crutch for your little ones, but living in such a busy household, having a life, having our friends come over in the evening time or for dinner and not wanting to hush everyone, having an extremely loud 2-year-old little boy, and also having my older kids invite their friends over, I thought that it would be really great to just put this in her room, shut off all the lights so she can just sleep peacefully and not be startled awake. And then the last thing on my sleeping must-haves list is our summer infant baby monitor. I will put up a clip or a picture or something so you guys can check it out. We actually recently got, not recently, a few months ago, got the second camera for it, which is amazing because I can have one in my toddler's room and see what he is up to when he's deciding not to stay in his bed. And I can also see what my little girl is up to right here. So I think I've told you guys this before. So many must-haves you carry on month to month, even though they change a little bit. So her camera is up there and then we can see her, see what she's doing. Once in a while you'll hear her like bang up against the crib and we're like, oh my god, is she smacking her head into the crib or what's going on, or she's fussing during the night. You can kind of take a peek and see, okay, she'll put herself back down to sleep, or no, she's standing and we need to go see her, there's a problem or whatnot. So I really, really enjoy having a camera for my little ones. Even though I can hear them throughout the house, I just like to be able to see what's going on into their bedroom during nap or during bedtime as well. Alright, so that sums up my top 9 to 12 month baby must-haves. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps my channel out so much. And if you want to see more motherhood related content and some homemaking as well, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you guys join in and stay tuned for my top 10 baby must-haves of all time. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.
Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us